Court appears deeply skeptical that Donald Trump's tariffs are legal. How do we know? Well, today, justices heard the administration's argument that the president has the authority to sidestep Congress and tax the American people. Here is conservative Justice Neil Gorsuch questioning the precedent that would set.
Congress, as a practical matter, can't get this power back once it's handed it over to the president. It's a one-way ratchet toward the gradual but continual accretion of power in the executive branch and away from the people's elected representatives.
Joining us now is Oregon Attorney General Dan Rayfield. He was at the Supreme Court arguments today. And Tim O'Brien is here with us on set, MSNBC political analyst and senior executive editor of Bloomberg Opinion.
Attorney General Rayfield, why is this the issue on which the Supreme Court has chosen to be skeptical about Donald Trump's overreach?
First of all, this is an issue that's impacting all of us, whether it's small businesses or you're going into the grocery store, our utility prices right now. And this is a president that is the first time ever trying to use this emergency power, abusing this emergency power in a way that is effectively a hidden tax on all of us. And it was fascinating to see today. Trump's own attorneys looked these justices in the eye and said 30 to 80% of these tariffs are paid by us, Americans. And it wasn't done the way that we as Americans know taxes have to be passed. They got to be passed in that building across the street in Congress with public process, with elected representatives. And that just isn't going on. And so you started to see the justice grapple with this and get incredibly skeptical.
So, Tim, to the Attorney General's point just there, let's take a listen to just how gnarly this got for the case made by the administration in this exchange between Justice Sotomayor and Mr. Sauer.
We don't contend that what's being exercised here is the power to tax. It's the power to regulate foreign commerce. These are regulatory tariffs. They are not revenue-raising tariffs. The fact that they raise revenue is only incidental.
I just don't understand this argument. It's not an article. It's a congressional power, not a presidential power to tax. And you want to say tariffs are not taxes, but that's exactly what they are. They're generating money from American citizens, revenue.
It just, you know, they tried, and to the first point made by Alicia and the AG, you know, the court is sitting there going, really? Is this the best argument you can make?
And, you know, a range of justices with different perspectives on the Constitution and the separation of powers, but all of them united by the idea that the president can't come up with some pasted together view of what is an emergency. Because if you leave it as just for the Oval Office to decide an emergency exists, and because there's an emergency, I can deport migrants, or I can impose a tariff, or I can engage in a foreign war, simply because I've deemed there to be an emergency, you vanquish the Constitution, you vanquish Congress's role in making those decisions. And in this specific decision that Sotomayor was citing, is the power of the purse resides with the Congress. And Trump has been trampling all over that in various ways. He's cherry-picked pieces of a budget already passed by the Congress to then reallocate the money. And in this case, he's using tariffs as an instrument to self-regulate commerce in order, in his mind, to create a new manufacturing base in the United States, and basically in order to tell his constituents, I'm doing something for you. But it's an overreach. It tramples on the Congress's power. And I think if you split apart where some of the different justices were on this, Roberts and Coney Barrett were looking at the major questions doctrine. Basically, when is it okay for the president to trample on Congress's rights? Only if there's a huge major question in play. Roberts, I think, was coming back into it from a different venue, looking at just when is it okay for a president to engage in any kind of an emergency power. All of them were landing on the idea that this wasn't properly reviewed by the Congress. They don't like it, and it seems like they're going to throw it back.
Well, General Rayfield, do you share these? I mean, I hesitate to ask you to predict what this particular Supreme Court is going to do, but I mean, it felt very, I'm no lawyer, okay? I only just used to do the talking points for some lawyers, but it did feel extremely cut and dry to me. But it has felt very cut and dry to me before. And then when the decision comes down, it does not look cut and dry.
Yeah, I mean, and the one thing that I wasn't given when I became Attorney General was a crystal ball, right? But if you were reading, the tea leaves, if you sat in that room, you said, boy, the Trump administration is sitting in a rough spot. And frankly, they're just disconnected from real facts, real people. I think we saw that in the election last night. And I sat there and had a chance encounter with Secretary Bessent. And he sat there and tried to tell me that these tariffs were good for the U.S. Treasury. And we had to look back and say, hey, you know what? The Americans are paying for that, because this is a tax on all of us. And I think the economic message that they were trying to sell last year, hey, we're going to start helping struggling Americans. They're not doing that. They're taking steps back. They're yanking benefits away from us. They're passing these regressive tariffs in the Oval Office without oversight from the American people and our elected representatives. And that isn't selling well right now in America, especially as costs are going up.